Here we are, 15 years on this website. 15 years on YouTube.com. That's right. As of today, January 23rd, 2024, I have 15 years of experience on YouTube.com, which is almost half my life. And it's pretty insane. It is insane to think that my YouTube career, if it was my child, would be like a freshman or a sophomore in high school. I don't know which one. It's crazy, man. I went back and listened to my 10-year YouTube anniversary video that I made 5 years ago. And I feel like I'm even completely different than I was then. Like I was a little more like, hello, everyone. Like I feel like in the last 5 years, I've truly just kind of just matured into my actual full form. And, you know, I feel like that happens for everybody. But it's weird when you have that capability to document it for yourself, right? Because, I mean, a lot of people have like old photos and old things. I can literally go back to like specific days and be like, let's see what video I made on this day. Let's see what I streamed on this day, right? And so having that documentation of just even like how I always say the WoW leveling, right? If you go to WoW leveling episode 1, I'm like, hello everyone, it's me. I'm just like, and then you go to like episode like 50 and I'm like, hello everyone. And then like episode 150, I'm like, hello everyone. And now I'm just like, yo, what's up? You know, I feel like it really is the maturation process. It's just like you picking up little things from people around you, and you know, just becoming more experienced in life and becoming more comfortable in who you are, and you know, getting different hobbies, getting different you know, skills, and developing just so many different things, right? Like back when I started YouTube in 2009, I was an extremely socially awkward nerd. And I know some people will be like, Crendor, you're still pretty socially awkward. I'm still socially awkward to an extent. Comparatively, I now have the capability to just, I talk to random people in public. I can hold a conversation. I can do small talk. I can talk in front of hundreds or thousands of people because I've done that at conventions and panels and all these different things. I couldn't even imagine doing that back in 2009. And so it's almost like a trial by fire thing. That and then just making videos and streaming in front of hundreds or thousands of people also, thickens your skin a little bit, I guess you could say, when you get many comments such as like, how do you breathe when you can't do a Hearthstone card play correctly? You missed lethal, you idiot. And it's, I don't know. It's just, it's all those things over the years really do just, they all add up. And I always like to say that a lot of people are just it's like you're a big cauldron and you're just mixing all these different things together and they kind of just form you over time, like making the WoW videos, meeting different types of people. Like Mindflame, I always throw out as an example, was the one who inspired me to do non-content. Without Mindflame, I don't think I would ever do non-content. And I mean, there's different comedians, different entertainers and streamers and video people I've taken little things from, and I'm sure there's people that have taken little things from me. And I know that because there's friends that I have that I will literally hear them say things that they probably don't even realize because it's become part of their personality. And I'm like, I think they got that from me. Like just little quirks and little things like that. So it is, it's interesting just watching all those things happen. And I think as you get older, you realize all those things as well. And you realize just how sporadic life is, how crazy it is that I'm even still doing this 15 years ago. I mean, I remember like a couple years in, people were just like, we'll see how long that lasts on the old youtube.com, right? And here I am 15 years later. Now, obviously, I don't just do YouTube, right? I do streaming, I do podcasting, I do all these different things, but you pretty much have to do this for a living. And I've been lucky enough to do it for a living for about like 12 to 13 of those 15 years. The first couple years were pretty much just doing it as a hobby, which is crazy. I know, having fun on YouTube and making videos for fun and not any sort of monetary gain. Can you imagine on the modern social media internet? And there was a simplicity to it back then as well, right? Because you think back and it was the Wild West. Like nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew how to make thumbnails. Nobody knew how to make video formatting and watch time and all these different analytics. It was just like, I'm going to make a fun video and throw it up there and let's see what happens, right? Like now you can type in World of Warcraft and you get like a billion different things. You get like 20 people reacting. You get like Asmongold's opinions. You get like other people making like news videos. You get all these different things. Back when I started, there was nothing. It was like a couple WoW Machinima people. There was like a couple people doing news. It was like trade chat. I don't even know if she started yet. And like maybe like Jesse and TB were even doing some news. And then like I was here being like unreleased Cataclysm trailer. And I just uploaded it. And it literally was like number 3 in the search results because nobody else is uploading anything. That was the best time. I had no competition. Now there's all this competition. It's terrible. So, you know, it's crazy just how much it's changed. And all the social media and the Twitter and the TikTok and all those things, like, I don't mind them, but like, I did kind of prefer when it was much more simplistic and there's only a couple things. But I mean, that's just a preference. I'm not the old guy being like, I hate it, right? Like, I don't know. It's fine for me. I don't mind, but I can see why so many people burn out. Especially people that have done it for years and years, right? Like it really does wear you down. And some people are lucky enough, the like super top up there where they're like, guys, I'm just so burned out. I'm going to take a 5-month break and go to the Bahamas or something. It's like, all right. But most people can't do that. Most people are like, I need to pay rent. I got to pay my bills. I need to pay my medical thing. Like I have to keep going, right? So it really does keep wearing people down, which is why I think it is important to also have so much diversity in what you're doing, right? Having the podcast and streaming and YouTube and doing everything. And that's why I really have enjoyed this last year and a half of getting back into Pointless Top 10, because for a while I felt like I lacked this creative void. Because when I started on YouTube, that was my creative outlet. Like I'm a creative person. Some people are more like entertainers. Some people are more skilled people. Like they're actually good at games. I'm not. Mine was always just, I enjoyed creating, right? Like making the machinimas, making the fun little videos, doing little stories. Like that's what I enjoyed. And so I had my fun creative outlet there. And then when I stopped doing that as much, I kind of lacked that. And I got back into it with Warhammer. So doing a lot of Warhammer building and painting and stuff like that was fun and a way for me to kind of fill that void. But I still enjoyed the YouTube aspect of it. And I was like, I don't really want to do Machinima that much anymore, especially because the format of Machinima isn't the same as what it used to be. Like I used to be able to make a couple minute Machinimas and they would do great. And then ad rates and all these things were great. And now it's like, if I make a machinima, it's going to throw it up as like a YouTube short. I don't want that. I don't want my thing to be a YouTube short. You know what I mean? Like it's a different format. It's a different platform. And so I was like, what is something that I think would mix well together with modern YouTube and my style? And that was Pointless Top 10. And so I was like, all right, let's just try Pointless Top 10, and it's been I think like a year and a half, like I said, of doing Pointless Top 10s again. But at first it started like once a month, and then it was like once every 2 weeks, and now it's like every week, just a new Pointless Top 10. And I've genuinely enjoyed it because I love going around in WoW and finding all the little things in WoW and finding little overlooked things and things that people wouldn't normally make lists out of, because everyone's going to make top 10 lists on the internet about everything. But, most people aren't going to make top 10 lists about windmills and grass and Yetis and just, weird things like that. So I genuinely enjoy doing that. And I think it does fit my personality and kind of what I've become. And I enjoy having that. It's almost like they call it edutainment, right? Because, I mean, you're learning about WoW and you're learning about these things, but you're also being entertained and you're not really learning anything viable that's like going to impact your life in some you're not like out in the wild. Like, I know I mean, you might, maybe you learn something from like Pointless Top 10 weird NPCs and you're like, dude, Crendor talked about how to light a fire and then in Pointless Top 10 trees, he talked about this tree has the most oil in it, so I can light that tree on fire. I might save your life. I might save your life one day, even if I'm not actively doing it. Think about it. So anyway, the moral of this story is it's been 15 years and I have grown up over those 15 years, and many of you have as well, especially because I've been recognized at physical therapy, which truly is the ultimate, like, man, that's my audience. Some people have their audience. They're just like a bunch of kids and they're all, but my audience is like, hey, I'm getting my hamstrings worked on and my neck hurts because we all sit like this for 35 years, right? So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you still enjoy it, and I will continue to make videos on this YouTube channel and stream over at Twitch TV Crendor. I also do some YouTube streams here, right? I do Cox and Crendor on the youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. That's fun. I have my Three Guys Talk About Football. I have my Warhammer Crendor channel. I have so many different things I do. I have Patreon Crendor. We got channel memberships here. Like, that's the thing you have to do in the modern YouTube, right? You have to be everywhere. TikTok Crendor, Twitter Crendor, like or X, whatever. Instagram Crendor was taken. I just turned this into a big plug, but you know, that's part of this job. You got to be everywhere. You got to be all over. And so I'll keep doing this as long as people keep watching. And people are always like, Crendor, are you going to retire? And I'm like, what? Why would I retire? What would I do if I retired? I would literally just keep doing what I'm doing. Right? I'd be like, all right, I'm retired. Now what? I guess I do what I'm doing. Like, I wouldn't do anything differently. So no, I don't think I would retire. I would have to be like, just, I don't know. I wouldn't retire. So either way, thank you very much for listening to this 15-year rant. Let me know what your favorite video was I ever did, or even a stream moment, or just anything. Just let me know what your favorite thing I ever did was. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya. Also, go watch some Pointless Top 10s. They're pretty good. See ya.